If you want to become an online coach in 2025, today's video is the very first video that you should be watching. Now, my name is Ben and I've been an e-commerce coach for over the last 7 years. And today's video is so important that it's actually going to make a big difference whether you're going to make 10K a month or potentially end up making 100K a month. And it's actually inspired by one of my most recent clients, Saf. And I think it's super important for you guys to watch if you're going to take this very, very seriously. And the very first thing that I want to speak about is exactly this. Who exactly are you going to try to help? We want to go for one person with one problem and give them one solution. In other words, I help X with Y so that they can Z. Okay, now the problem is with so many people out there is the fact that they are just going for too broad. The niche that they're tackling is just too broad, and when you're going for absolutely everybody and your content is targeting to everyone, you end up speaking to nobody. Okay, so in today's video, hopefully I'm going to try and bring that down a little bit to get you to figure out exactly who exactly you want to target, what you're going to help them with, so you can make a lot of money doing so and actually give people helpful advice, the ones that need it the most. Okay, so what does usually happen? I'm going to use fitness coaching as an example. What most fitness coaches these days, if I had to fill in the sentence for them, I help people lose weight so they can, let's say, be more confident. Okay, so right now, this is what the usual PTs, online coaches, or fitness gurus will tell themselves. I help X, I help people with Y lose weight so that they can be more confident. I help people is way too broad. Lose weight. How much? 5, 10, 15 kilos? Is it lose muscle? Is it lose fat? Is it lose water weight or whatever? So that they can become more confident. Again, such a broad thing, because confidence to one person can lead to be very, very different to confidence to somebody else, right? So as you can see, this exactly here is not what you want to do. And if this is something that you have right now as an online coach, you are literally destined for failure, because there are millions of coaches out there doing exactly the same thing. The key here right now is to niche down as much as possible, and I'll show you exactly how to do that. And to explain this in a little bit more detail, I'm going to give you an example, okay? My client Saf right now, she is an online coach. She also can help you with your gut health. She is a dietitian. She can help you with your mobility issues. She can help women post-pregnancy get back into the shape that they want to be in, and so on and so forth. It's all around mental health, fitness health, gut health, and all that sort of stuff, right? So she's very, very knowledgeable in many, many areas. And for about a week, we tried to figure out exactly who is it that we want to target, because she could help with so many different issues and so many different people. She could help with, men, women, young children, elderly, and so on and so forth. So we tried to figure out exactly who is it going to be the one person that she's going to help with one specific problem. The very first thing that we had to discover is who is it she's going to help, okay? And the people that we wanted to go for is, number one, people that she have had clients before. People number two is the fact those are the ones that can actually pay for the service, because usually elder and older generations tend to afford better services and can pay for more money, as opposed to the ones that, are 15, 16, 17, 18-year-olds and so on and so forth, who can't afford high ticket level coaching, so to speak. So the very first thing we did is I help women over 30, okay? In our opinion, these are the people that she was really comfortable in helping. She has had plenty of clients in that bracket before, and most importantly, they can afford that service. With why? Now, this was the difficult bit, okay? Because she could help with so many things, but we started to think, okay, what is going to be the biggest problem that these women may have? Which is the problem that is so difficult for them to overcome that they are willing to do whatever they can in order to get rid of that issue and therefore solve and therefore be much, much happier. So it's either get rid of the problem or potentially a big, big goal that they want to achieve. And we went with the problem issue. And the problem that we decided with, after all of the research that I will tell you about that we've done in this video, is actually mobility. Okay, now think about it for a second. If you're a personal trainer, or a fitness coach and you are targeting women, what do you think is a bigger pain point? What do you think is a bigger problem for these people? Is it to lose 5 and 10 extra kilos so they can feel more confident in what they dress and how they look? Or is it the fact that they can't stand up without pain because they have pains in their knees, in their joints, in their hips, in their shoulders, in their elbows, whatever? It's usually the mobility, because people that if any of you have ever had any mobility issues, you will know that the one thing that you want to do is get rid of that problem as much as possible. You don't care how you look, you just want to not use a walking stick in order to get around the house. Okay, so mobility is a very, very big problem. I help women over 30 with mobility problems so that they can live a independent life. Okay, think about it. What's better? I help people lose weight so they're more fulfilled, or I help women over 30 with mobility problems so that they can live an independent life. This is so much more specific, and think about it. If you are a woman over 30 who that's exactly the problem that you are having, you are much more likely to actually go for someone like this as opposed to a generic personal trainer or a fitness coach and so on and so forth, right? Matter of fact, think about it. I'll give you another example. Let's say, for example, you have had, I don't know, spicy curry or something like that, and you for one reason or another completely clogged up the toilet. And now you have two options, okay? Your toilet is broken, it needs fixing, it needs unclogging, whatever, right? Option number one, you go on the internet and you find yourself a general plumber, okay? Now the plumber is good, deals with toilets, deals with bathrooms, fixes the kitchen, deals with general plumbing issues. Or you have option number two, and that is a toilet specialist. Essentially a plumber that deals with nothing else but toilets. Literally, that is the only thing that he does day in and day out. He cleans them, fixes them, unclogs them, whatever, right? In my opinion, if you're watching this video, chances are you're going to go for option number two, because that is the exact problem that you're having right now. Your toilet is broken and it needs fixing. Hence why you're going to go for the toilet specialist. Matter of fact, I'll go as far as say that you actually will be able to pay more money to make sure that that problem you are certain is going to be completed, as opposed to going for a plumber who may or may not fix that original issue. Okay, so you kind of have to think about it from your perspective. You're going to be a coach. Who is it that exactly that you're targeting, and what issue are you targeting them with, and what you're going to help them with as well? Okay, what's also a hidden benefit of this is two things. Number one, you can actually charge more money because you're very specific, and the people that reach out to you have that exact problem that you can fix them and help them with. And number two is the fact that once you have fixed that problem time and time again, maybe your expertise right now is a 5 out of 10. But once you have fixed those problems and you can see common traits each and every single time, you will actually go to being a 9 out of 10. A 10 out of 10. Take me, for example. Right now, I am a creators coach. Okay, in other words, if you are a coach, if you're an online coach, a business coach, a fitness coach, a mindset coach, a whatever, then I can help you. But I could also help general people who just want to get help with social media and get more views. I could help businesses with their marketing and advertising. As a matter of fact, there's been a lot of cases where these people have reached out to me, but I've actually turned that down because they are not the exact avatar that I am going after. So you have to be really careful of who you pick, who you choose, because that can actually make a big difference between making 10K a month, like I said, or 100K a month. Okay, so then you kind of have to think about, okay, I have some ideas, but the next thing you need to do is, before you kind of commit to it, because this is something that you will commit to for a very long time, okay, this is something that you will be known for, you have to do a little bit of research first and foremost, okay? You have to kind of see what's out there. Is there enough demand? Is this something that you potentially can come in with a unique angle and therefore make a difference? Okay, so what I decided to do is I decided to show you the research that I would look into. Let's say if I was in Saf's shoes right now and I would look for people who have mobility issues, the first thing that I would look at is actually Google Trends. Now, for those of you that don't know, Google Trends is extraordinarily good for research. It's basically a platform that shows you how many people have typed in a certain word into Google to see what the demand is. And what you don't want to see is something that you will help the problem with being stagnant or going down. And check this out. For mobility issues right now, this is the exact graph that you would want to see. going up and up and up because more and more and more people are having mobility issues. But think about it. How many fitness coaches or personal trainers out there you know that specialize in this? Not much, okay? Think about it. The demand for this is going up, and I bet you the actual supply of these people, these specialists, is actually staying stagnant or potentially even going down. So that is definitely a niche that I would potentially be interested in going into if it is something that I can actually learn and be an expert in and help other people, okay? That's the very first bit of research that I would do. The second bit of research that I would do is I would actually go onto online. I would go onto YouTube. I would type in mobility issues, and I would actually just see how many views do these channels get. If the views are under 100,000 per video, the top performing videos, then we have a very, very big problem because not enough people are actually typing in those keywords into YouTube to try and figure out what exactly the problem is. However, again, that is not the case with mobility, the example that I wanted to use, because look, 79,000 views, okay. The next one, 123,000 views. The next one, as we go down, 11 million views. Think about it. 4 years ago, yep, fair enough, but the perfect mobility routine to get your shit together, 11 million views. If we keep going down, or actually, do you know what? If we actually sort it, oh, there you go. Gentle range of motion chair exercises for seniors, 1.5 million views again. So as you can see, there are plenty of videos that have got very, very good views, okay? We actually go by videos and we actually go by filters and then do view count. Have a look at this. So we got the 11 video, we got 2.6 million view video. What else? Got 1.5 million views, 1.2 million views, 1.1 million views, 1.1 million views. There is a ton of demand for these issues, and therefore is something that I recommend Saf to look into a lot further, okay? And then one last thing that I wanted to show you guys is actually how do these people make money? What do they sell? What do they provide? Okay, because the niche that you want to go into, you may not know exactly what offer, what service you're going to have. So looking into your competition is actually really, really useful. And this is basically the main people in this niche right now. And it's called E3 Rehab, which is a pretty cool name, to be honest. And the very first thing they do is they get you to start off a quiz. No sign up required. I'm not sure why, because that would be a good lead magnet. But as you can see here, so start your quiz. Let's say I'm going to choose knee. Let's say I'm going to go for general knee pain or discomfort. And here you go. They sell programs. So what I understand here is that they will basically shoot a whole bunch of videos if you have problems with your knees, with your elbows, with your joints or whatever. And then they will literally just sell it on a program for $99. And it's a great way to make passive income, because once that program is shot, then that's it. That's pretty much it. You can basically sell it again and again and again. Now, I am certain that they will also do coaching. So if you go into here, they've got a nice VSL, and then start here. Very, very nice website, and then you can essentially apply now for their remote coaching or their consultation. Okay, so if I were to basically right now help out Saf, what I would say is, hey, let's do some programs, okay, that we can sell to the general public with mobility issues, anything between $50 to $100. And then you will also do mentorships or coaching on a one-to-one basis each and every single month at a much higher price point, which in this case is $400. Okay, and what's included, as you can see here, pretty much apply now, and then they got a whole bunch of testimonials afterwards. And this, guys, is what's important if you're going to start your own online coaching business. You have to figure out exactly who you're going to target, the specific problem that you're going to help them with, and then what is the desired outcome that they want to have. The desired outcome is also really, really important, because you have to basically speak to their dream, to their emotions, to that emotional side of the human brain as to what's the ideal for them to have once that problem and once that goal has been reached. With that being said, that's pretty much it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.